there's very few times on this show that we're actually going to be fussing at you. We'll be fussing with you. And if we call you stupid or call what you're doing stupid, rather, we won't call you stupid. We might call what you did stupid. But it's because we know what stupid looks like. We've done it. I've done it more than even Rachel. Rachel grew up in a household where I had quit doing stupid by the time she was born and came along. I had gone broke. But I know what stupid looks like. And we have figured out that personal finance is 80% behavior. It's only 20% head knowledge. And you've got to study and think about this money stuff through the lens of behavior modification. It's not a math problem. So how do I modify my behavior? Well, I have to commit to, and my friend James Clear, in this mammoth book that he did called Atomic Habits, I have to change my identity. Mm-hmm. I am no longer a person who makes stupid but immature, impulsive financial decisions and then looks in the mirror and wonders why I'm broke. I'm no longer that guy. I instead am very careful and very slow. And one of the things we'll help you do here occasionally, and you don't even know we're doing it, but we're very intentional about it, is we want you to have a new identity when you get off the call. And that guy doesn't think of himself as a broke person with $40,000 in student loan debt. But when you have no money and $40,000 in student loan debt, you need to identify yourself as a broke person because you are a broke person. Broke people don't do some things that people that aren't broke can do. And you quit doing those things so that you aren't broke people anymore. And so if you are a doctor and you make $250,000 a year and you owe $110,000 on your BMW and $450,000 on your medical school student loan debt, you are a broke but doctor. You need to re-identify and go, this is who I am, and I want to change that identity. Because then you quit doing rich people stuff while you're broke. Because when you do broke God, so you just have to stop. You have to stop. And, that's when I went bankrupt and lost everything because of my stupidity, I had to reset and go, guess what? The stuff you believed about money, borrowing all you can, getting your credit card points, doing anything you want to do because I make good money. And everybody's got a different definition about what good money is. Right. I had to re-identify and go, no, you're stupid. You need to stop being stupid.
And I think what's hard is we've lived in a world and a culture where, because of the avenue of debt, you accumulate not just stuff, but even if you have a good income, like you're saying, the doctor, whoever, I'm making good money, I have the stuff, and it's like the part of the debt of the what I own minus what I owe doesn't come into the equation. It's just you stay at that top, sphere emotionally instead of looking at the reality of the numbers.
So how do you modify behavior? You first identify reality of where I am, and I'm going to reset my identity, and I don't want to be that person anymore. Yeah. So I'm going to quit being that. I'm going to do the things, I'm going to take the steps, I'm going to make the sacrifices so that I don't do that. And I've used the example on the air many times here, to the point that the people in the booth are sick of it. But during COVID, we were working, the leadership team, trying to keep this place open, and I figured out later that how I deal with high-stress scenarios is I eat a lot. I ate every donut in a 50-mile radius.
You brought donuts to us.
I was already overweight, and when I get to COVID, I went into donut mode, and I got so freaking fat. It was ridiculous. I looked in the mirror, this round head looked like a basketball. It was crazy. And I'm like, this has got to, you're a donut-eating fat boy. You need to stop this. And that's how you stop it. You look at it and you go, this is the reality. You have to stop doing this or you're going to explode. Like the kid on Willy Wonka. I mean, it's just awful. You have to stop it. You have to stop it. And so, no more donuts. And the other day, we had the grandkid birthday with the donuts and Papa Dave made a big deal about he was going to steal one of the kids' donuts, but he didn't touch a donut.
Didn't do it.
No more donuts
You
for
were
Papa
labeled
Dave. I'm completely
Donut
cold
Dave.
turkey on the freaking donuts.
From
And
your-
I dropped 42 pounds because I needed to. Hello. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yes,
has
yes.
something like that. It's a behavior change. It wasn't that I intellectually analyzed caloric intake. Good Lord, no. I had to stop it, And this is what we all have to do. I'm no different than anybody else, and that is my point. And so, guys, this is how money works. It's not
you.
a math problem. It's a you problem.
Yep.
And when you get that, man, you got the Ramsey thing down. And then you're going to go win. And this is how we've talked and cajoled and motivated and praised and lifted more people through their debt journeys into millionaire status than any other entity on the planet. The Ramsey Solutions Group has. Millions of people have completely changed their lives financially because of us on the radio doing what we're doing right now. Us on the podcast doing, us on a stage, us in a book.
And that's empowering
doing
you
what we're right now.
to
We're
say
telling
that you're
you
the
how to go be
solution.
a hero.
You're the solution.
Go be
Yes.
the hero.
It's up to you. Yes. And so to the caller earlier, it's up to him.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you continue to just be that in and out scenario, like you're saying, that's the result you're going to get. But you decide that. You have to make those choices. It's up to you. And if you choose, hey, I'm actually going to go scorched earth. I'm done, because the reality is I am broke. I can't go do these fun things that I want to do. I don't have the money. You're making that choice to later then actually have the money.
Yes, to do anything you want.
Yes.
You
but
live
it's
like
you.
no one else so that later you can live and give like no one else. You'll never be in a position again that you have to choose between your groceries and the broke single mom in front of you whose third credit card was denied, and you want to buy her groceries, but you can't because you can't even barely buy yours. And you don't ever want to be like that again. You always want to be the guy, the gal in line behind that goes, hey, I got that and this. Why? Because I paid a price.
Mm-hmm.
I gave up the resort 40th birthday party, and I paid a price to do the thing so that I can do anything then. And that's how this works. There's not a middle ground. Well, I sort of kind of, it doesn't work. You're either going to be just sloppy and disorganized, and in this country, you can have a really good life with a fair amount of stress and be deeply in debt and have your standard of living is ridiculous. And you make $120,000 a year, you're broke, but you have an incredible life. You travel, you can buy cars, you can do a lot of stuff that on the surface looks like you got it all going on, and you can live a stinking life of rich people in any other country for sure, and be broke as broke, and make it all the way through to retirement and go, gosh, I hope the government, which is well known for its ability to handle money, will take care of me. Or you can decide, I'm going to be autonomous, and I don't really care what you think about what I drive. I don't really care what you think about my vacation. I don't really care what you think about anything. As for me and my house, we're going to get our crap together. You can make that decision. And when you do, it changes everything.
It changes everything, not just financially, though. I'm like, the underneath the surface, you guys, when you live, the first example of that, I'm like, that is full of stress and anxiety and pain and tension. There's so much. It's like you can't even breathe. Yeah, you got everything, but you're barely hanging on by a string. One thing that goes wrong, the entire house falls. Versus the latter and saying, you know what? I'm actually going to build a life, yes, all based on me and not all the other industry standards.
It's Botox financial. It's fake. It's fake. It's a facade.
That's more like filler financial. Botox just...
plastic surgery financial, whatever, right? It's like going to Universal and they got this beautiful house, only when you walk through the back door, there's nothing there. It's just a facade for the camera. And people live their lives that way.